So why are you doing this?
I just wasn't in the right state of mind.
What, do you have mental health issues?
I got ADHD and other stuff.
All right. You know, when I was growing up, you know what they said about ADHD? Go off in the backyard and run off some energy, go play. So ADHD, just because you have ADHD, if you do, that doesn't make you burglarize people's vehicles. So why were you doing this?
I know what I did wrong, and I'm terribly sorry for disrespecting the court by coming up in this place. And I recently lost 2 jobs, and I was hit by an 18-wheeler inside of an Uber, and that's how I lost both of my jobs, teacher. And I come from a nice, beautiful family, man.
So because you come from a nice, beautiful family, why are you here?
I'm here.
No, I mean, why are you? Because I've looked at your criminal history. Why are you making these choices? Because you had a choice.
Yes, man.
Buy your phone or take somebody else's phone. You chose to take somebody else's phone.
In our first case, we have a defendant facing charges of burglarizing vehicles, and Judge Boyd is determined to uncover the truth behind his criminal activities. With no room for excuses, the defendant attempts to attribute his behavior to ADHD, but Judge Boyd swiftly dismisses this excuse and presses the defendant for the real reason. Will she be able to get to the bottom of this case by the end of this hearing? In the second case, we revisit a familiar face, a defendant previously charged with stealing a cell phone and inundating the courtroom with a litany of excuses. Now, as the sentencing day arrives, Judge Boyd is poised to deliver justice. Will this defendant finally take responsibility for his actions? Or will he continue to deflect blame with a string of excuses for his inexcusable behavior? Stay tuned to find out.
For the state of Texas.
Hector Garza Jr. for the defense.
All right. And are you Abel Martinez III?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery and did you review it with your client?
We have, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Martinez, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Showing you what's in. All right. After reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are y'all requesting a PSI? Would you like to proceed to sentencing?
We can proceed, Your Honor.
All right. So what is his criminal history?
Your Honor, he has one misdemeanor that he has done probation for and finished successfully. There was another that was dismissed, and then these situations are the only other things on this record.
All right. What is the misdemeanor probation?
I believe it was unlawful carrying.
Okay. It's not, it's either yes or no. And what did you learn from that probation?
So,
Okay. You're going to have to open your mouth and speak up.
not possess a firearm, just to be in a straight line.
Well, we got a problem then, don't we?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a theft of a firearm. So why are you doing this?
I was just at the wrong time at the wrong place.
No, the vehicles were at the right place. You were not at the wrong time at the wrong place. You were where you wanted to be, and you were burglarizing vehicles. So why are you doing this?
I just wasn't in the right state of mind.
What, do you have mental health issues?
I got ADHD and other stuff.
All right. You know, when I was growing up, you know what they said about ADHD? Go off in the backyard and run off some energy, go play. So ADHD, just because you have ADHD, if you do, that doesn't make you burglarize people's vehicles. So why were you doing this?
So needed money.
How old are you?
21.
So did you not have a job?
No.
So your job was breaking into vehicles. Why don't you have a job?
So I wasn't on the right path.
All right. Are you employed now?
No.
So who's supporting you?
My mom.
So why don't you get a job?
Waiting on my ID. I went to go apply for ID.
How long have you been without a job?
2 years.
Have you ever had a job in your life?
No.
All right, then that's partly parents' fault. I don't understand not having a job in all of your life. Did you graduate from school?
Yeah.
That's either yes or no.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Which school did you go to?
Memorial High School.
So what are you planning on doing with the rest of your life?
To get a job and then maintain a life.
Do you have any children?
No.
That's a good thing. All right. Here's the thing. I can grant you deferred if you are not successful. You're looking at 2 years in the state jail facility.
Yes, ma'am.
So do you want deferred?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm gonna sentence you to 4 years deferred adjudication. There's a $1,500 fine. That will be probated. In this court, when you're on probation, you have to get a job. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So I don't know what you've been spending your time doing with your mom, but here you're gonna get a job. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you're drug tested today, what are the results gonna be?
Good.
What does good mean?
Passing.
All right, have you used drugs in the past before?
No. Just marijuana, but I stopped.
That's a drug.
Yes, ma'am.
When's the last time you used?
Like 8 months ago.
All right, I'm gonna want proof of employment within 30 days. There's going to be no employment as a home health care provider with minors. In this court, you're going to get full-time employment. So if you have to get 2 jobs to make it for a 40-hour work week, that's full-time, 40 hours a week. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Then you're going to do that. And because you want to be on probation, right?
Yes, ma'am.
It's important for you to knock whatever pride you have aside so you can get a job. So if it's working at McDonald's, if it's digging ditches, whatever it is, you need to do it. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
There's going to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular UAs. There's to take in consideration night mag number 726-134, 726-135, JN number 2140411, restitution and no contact. To and with Joseph Wittenberg, and Beatrice Soto Macias, and night mag number 726-135. Is he on GPS or anything?
Yeah,
I believe he
tracking.
was, yes, sir.
All right. He's on track and he's to remain on GPS. Once you have employment and you've proven yourself to me, I may consider removing that, but for now, you're going to remain on GPS. You understand?
Okay.
So you know what that means? If there is any burglarizing of any vehicles anywhere, they'll be able to tell us where you were. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So he's going to remain on GPS until further notice. 200 hours of community service restitution. If you obtain a certificate from a trade school or enroll in college, and you need to take at least 6 hours a semester. If you do that, then your community service hours will be deemed satisfied. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Yes, field visits, 1 time per month for 4 months, and then at probation's discretion.
Judge, also for clarification for GPS, is that tracking only, or is that, what is that?
We can do tracking, but I'm going to want a curfew. And let's do a curfew for him at 7 p.m. With the exception of work. So if you're working and your work hours take you outside the 7 p.m., so your curfew is going to be 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The only exception to that is work. That's it. It's not for you to run to the corner store, to go to the convenience store, or anything of that nature. If you are not at work, you're at home, and your curfew is 7 p.m. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? All right. This is your chance. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We can go off the record. Here's the thing. In this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. If you have an issue, let probation know. If you feel like they're not addressing it, you can always come back to the court. And let me explain something. This is just not Texas. This is all over. People do not like people taking their things. And when you're breaking into somebody's car, guess what? If somebody would have ended up shooting you and you would have died, you know what the public would have said? Oh, well, he was breaking into somebody's car, stealing somebody else's property. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, do better. Good luck to you. Thanks, counsel. Yes. Are you ready, Holmes? Court is calling 2023 CR 10366, State of Texas versus Faudel Carney. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Denny Callahan, defense.
And are you Claudel Carney?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. All right, so this is a case that I needed time to think over. And this is the case probation. Is this the case where there is potential DDRF?
Yes, Judge.
All right. So this is what the court is going to do unless there's more argument by either side.
No, Your Honor.
No, Judge, it's a two-man argument, but we're not hearing.
All right. Court is going to sentence you to 10 years deferred adjudication. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. I'm going to order DDRF. So you're going to remain in custody until you transfer to their inpatient facility, and that's for mental health. You
Yes.
understand? If you would like, I can either sentence you to 5 years prison, or either you can do this probation. Which would you prefer?
I'll do probation, ma'am.
All right, so the 10 years deferred, affirmative finding of deadly weapon, DDRF. There is going to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. The mixed caseload, regular UAs. Are you receiving any type of SSI?
No, ma'am.
There's going to be proof of employment within 45 days of release. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. $300 hours of community service restitution. There's to be no contact with Ted Gonzalez.
Yes, ma'am.
And from reading the PSI report, it appears both parties were homeless.
Yes, ma'am.
Does anyone have a copy of the TAP evaluation?
On hand, Judge, I can find it.
All right, Ms. Abrams, do you have the TAP evaluation?
Judge, let me.
I didn't see, from my memory, I didn't see any restitution to the complainant. Thank you.
He
Daniel, I
got
have
the cell phone back. There's no restitution, Your Honor. He was not injured.
All right, Ms. Abrams, will the DDRF, I'm assuming they can address the drug issue, or do I need to order that outside of that?
No, it's dual diagnosis.
Okay. We're gonna do anger management. And after he's released from DDRF, will they set him up with Center for Healthcare Services? All right, so I'll put in here, Center for Healthcare Services upon release from DDRF. And we'll do field visits one time per month for 4 months upon release from DDRF.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you have any family here?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have anybody who would let you live with them here, or they're not?
I was currently staying with my brother, and he passed away. So, but I'm still reside at the address 6555.
Oh, no, you don't have to give us the address, but let probation know, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. And I'm arguing that no unsupervised contact with minors because until you have your mental health issues under control, you really shouldn't probably be around minors, you understand?
Understood. Yes, ma'am.
Probation, is there anything else he needs?
No, Judge.
Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
Oh, ma'am. I appreciate you helping me also for Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go on the record. Here's the thing. You're on probation, so you need to stay in contact with your probation officer. You have mental health issues, so you need to stay in contact with your case manager. They'll
Yes,
probably give you one. You need to make sure you do all of those things. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If there's a problem with the medication they give you, you got to let them know what the side effects are. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Because if you don't talk to them, they don't know. In this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key.
Yes,
If
ma'am.
there's an issue and you feel like probation is not addressing it, you can always come back to the court. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
So from here on out, everything that you do, your range of punishment on this case, if you were to mess up, is up to life in prison. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
And counsel, are there any health issues with him? I see issues with his arm.
Not that I'm aware of, Your Honor.
All right,
Mental is the issue.
all right, thank you.
All comments, viewpoints, interpretations, and insights expressed in this video are for education and entertainment purposes. All individuals featured in the video are to be presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Please do not attempt to contact, locate, or engage with any individuals featured in the video.